you see how things come back. ENCA was beating clicks on the head with a broom about racism. They were dismantling them. Anchor after anchor was taking free shots. Clicks was down. Everyone knew Clicks was down. Clicks admitted they were down. But boom, boom. And at the time, I made a video asking, is it okay for anchors to be sharing their opinion on matters in the middle of the news? Like, is that right? And some of you said, yeah, that's fine. And some of you said, no, that shouldn't happen. Just do the news. But now you see how karma works. Things come back. Now it's ENCA's turn to be beat on the head with racism, to be boycotted by the EFF, to have people outside the office. And their response has not been the same. Do you remember how they were?
So can I not be politically correct for just a moment? Clicks, Tresemme and Unilever, take your pathetic apology and shove it. Well, we don't need a forced sorry for racism. In fact, we're not accepting it. We want accountability.
ENCA, good morning. I'm Thulasizwe Semelane. We'll get to your headlines in just a moment, but let me get this off my chest. Clicks' Tresemme hair care products advertisement was racist, bigoted and stupid. There are few other choice adjectives that are equally applicable, but that perhaps can't be repeated on air.
Been an outcry on social media, and there may be some viewers who are watching who say to themselves, why such a fuss? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I believe that the story belongs in the headlines. Every day I'm reminded through popular culture and through my environment that my whiteness matters, that it is seen, that it is accepted and it is respected, and it's reinforced through television and movies and advertising.
Oh. You must be careful what you say out there in the space, in this life. These things come back. And this is the problem, is that ENCA took such a hard line, as you've just seen. They didn't have the words to describe on air what was happening with Clicks. But now this thing is on their doorstep. It is now ENCA who's been accused of the racial bias. For those of you who don't know what happened, this is what happened.
Let's get more reaction to the story now. Lindsay Dentlinger is in Parliament.
It's up to him now to take the offer up.
Thank you very much, John. Quickly, Kuleko Shengwa, please keep your mask on, though, Kuleko. From the IF, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Groenewald from the Freedom Front Plus. If I can ask Mr. Kwankwa there from the UDM, please can you keep your mask on, sir? Sorry to step on up.
Today, our reporter Lindsay Dentlinger is now outside court in Cape Town to tell us more. Good morning, Lindsay.
Sorry, Mr. Bonga, can I just ask you to put your mask on before you continue? We are trying to respect COVID-19 protocols and set a good example. Over your nose too, please, sir. Thank you. Sorry, as you were saying.
I think there were two major disappointments, Lindsay, I'm afraid.
Yeah, interesting. We're going to leave it right there. Lindsay Dentlinger in Parliament.
Oh, that is hard to fix. Like, you have to be Olivia Pope to get us to believe that that was not suspiciously racist. Now, let's just say this. If there was one incident, and there was just the first incident, we might not have had a case here. But people have been digging up, and they found three cases where this happened. Whew, that is impossible to ignore and to dismiss. Even though ENCA is trying to dismiss it, and basically saying that Lindsay's a good person and she's good at her job, and that sort of argument, that argument. Now, let me just make a disclaimer here. I do know Lindsay. I did work at ENCA, and I actually worked with Lindsay at ENCA in moments. She was not a journalist at that time, with me at least. She was a output editor, so they're basically the person that makes sure everything is good with your piece that you're working on in the field. And I have been in the field where people are talking into your ear and telling you, tell this person to move there, tell them to come back. So the possibility that someone said to tell them to put their mask on after having one interview with no mask is entirely possible. But why they chose to do it on those particular gentlemen, those three cases, and they all happen to be black, that is where the real investigation and ENCA has to come clean. They have to behave with themselves like how they behave with Clicks.
We want accountability.
They can't pull back now. They stuck their necks out that far When Clicks tried to explain the situation, they were not having it. Shove your apology. Shove it where the sun don't shine. Now they want the public to accept their apology because, well, you know, Lindsay's a good person and she's very hardworking, and we all know that good people are hardworking and are not racist, and only slackers are racist. Those people that like to go for smoke breaks at work, they might be racist.